Richard, I've heard the term orthodoxy many times, but I haven't really heard the terms orthopraxis or orthopathos.
Yeah.
Can you explain those a little bit more?
Yeah, that's a great question because I am using those three terms of orthodoxy, orthopraxis, orthopathos, and they're real important in these lessons. And you're right, orthodoxy people talk about all the time, but they don't talk much about orthopraxis or orthopathos. And now you'll find some groups in recent history, especially liberationists and people like that, Marxist, so-called Marxist Christians, who talk about orthopraxis. And that orthopraxis for them means you can't just think about theology, you do theology, you live it. And I think a lot of people would just be comfortable living with the idea of orthodoxy and now add to that orthopraxis. You hear people all the time saying, yeah, let's be right theologically, but let's be practical, praxis. And so they like to live with those two. But there's a problem with just living with those two. And it is that when people think just orthodoxy, orthopraxis, the third dimension, orthopathos, or feeling the right way, gets ignored. I mean, I think usually people include orthopathos or feelings within orthopraxis, but it's very easy, especially in some branches of the church, to ignore the feelings if you're not actually giving it a title, giving it a name. And so, yeah, for me, it really means something very important to say that when you do theology, you're not just interested in thinking the right way, nor are you interested in just behaving the right way. And that's what I mean by practice. I mean things you actually do, physically do. But you're also interested in the feeling side of all of this. And you can't separate them as if they're separate things, but you can distinguish them. They're different focal points. They're different centers as you work through your theological issues.